Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Grade 5 English with me, Miss Kun. Remember that if at any stage throughout this lesson you've got any questions, write them down and email them to grade5@worksheetcloud.com. Right, so for today's English lesson, starting off with a joke, and I think today is a goodie. So, what do false teeth and stars have in common? What do false teeth and stars have in common? Well, they both come out at night. So if you have a granny or grandpa or mom or dad or uncle and auntie that has false teeth, go tell them that joke. Okay, so boys and girls, today we are going to do a little bit of a refresher on nouns. It's something that we haven't spoken about before. We have done pronouns, but we haven't looked at nouns and all the various different types of nouns. So today we are going to refresh nouns. We are going to do quite a few activities, and so I do need you to get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, because I am going to suggest throughout the lesson to either pause the video here, do the activity, then unpause and see the answers. All right, so let's begin. Before I do, let me move myself to the corner. Right. Okay. So first of all, to start off, let's revise different types of nouns. Now, these nouns, I'm sure you've seen before. You definitely have done them in grade 4 and grade 3. But let's just revise. So we are going to revise common nouns today. We are going to revise proper nouns. We are going to revise collective nouns. And lastly, we are going to look at abstract nouns. Now remember, in the English language, nouns is almost like an umbrella, where if we look at a noun, it's the big umbrella, but then underneath the umbrella we've got various different types of nouns, and it is so important to know the differences of each, so that when we come to looking at parts of speech and language and identifying nouns, we identify the nouns correctly and be specific in terms of what type of noun it is. So let's have a look. We are going to start off with common nouns. Now, what exactly is a common noun? Right. A common noun gives names to people, places, or things. It is used to name the general things around us. For example, we have boy, we've got vegetables, we've got dog, we've got flower, table, where hopefully you're sitting at, and remember that it's all the things that you can physically see, you can touch, you can smell, you use your senses, right? And so that's always, whenever I explain a common noun, is things that you can commonly see, touch, feel, and so the things that are present, that are commonly there, right? So that is our common noun. The next type of noun is a little bit different. The next type of noun is our proper nouns, right? Now, your proper nouns are very, very specific. And when I say specific, I mean that they have to start with a capital letter. Now, the reason why they have to start with a capital letter is because it's a name of a specific object or a person or a place. And so it shows importance. It also shows a one of a kind. It shows it's a label. And so it is very important that grammatically speaking, it always has a capital letter. So for example, if we have the name Lego, now Lego is a brand of toy, you know, the cool Legos that we put together. So it has to have a capital letter. If the name of the donuts, Krispy Kreme, as you can see here, with a capital C, capital K. Your name, Henry, Tom, Susan, Peter, your name has got a capital letter. My name, Miss Kun, it is my name. It is specific to me. It is a one of a kind, just like you are one of a kind. And so proper nouns have to have a capital letter. Remember, proper nouns are names of people, places, or things. Okay, right. So I'm going to pause the common nouns and proper nouns, and we're going to do a little bit of an activity before we go into detail with collective nouns and abstract nouns. So what I'm going to need you to do on your piece of paper is that you're going to have to draw a table with 3 columns. So the first column, you're going to write number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your second column is going to have the little heading common noun. Your third column is going to have the heading proper noun. Okay, right. So quickly pause your video, draw yourself a table that looks something like this. And then in the next slide, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. But you have to have your table ready to go. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, the instruction says, read the sentences and identify firstly the common noun in the sentence. Then you are going to identify the proper noun in each sentence by placing them under the correct headings in the table. So for example, if I give you the sentence, I love going to bounce with my friends. Okay, the common noun, if you have a look at the common noun in the sentence, is the word friends. You can touch a friend, you can see a friend, right? The word bounce is going to be your proper noun that I would put in this column over here, because bounce is that trampolining place. I know in different parts of the country it's also got various names. So bounce is the one brand of trampolining. Then you get rush in Cape Town. So there's a few different places with trampolines. So this one is called Bounce. It's quite popular here in Gauteng. It is lots of fun and it's very cool. Fun fact, I can do a backflip on a trampoline. True story. I haven't done it in a while though, so I'd be quite rusty, but I can do backflips. And front flips, so I can do both, but I actually prefer backflips. Funny enough, they are easier to do than a forward flip. Anyways, okay, I was getting sidetracked. Right, so these are your sentences. So let's have a look. The very first one says, a man bought a television for Christmas. Full stop. The man bought a television for Christmas. From that sentence, what is our common nouns? What is our proper nouns? Okay, the second one. We went to Durban for our holiday. What is our common noun? What is our proper noun? Number 3. The puppy named Skip ran to us in the morning. The puppy named Skip ran to us in the morning. Right. So what is our common noun? What is our proper noun? And number 4, Andrew enjoys playing football with us. Andrew enjoys playing football with us. Identify the common noun and proper noun. So here's the part where you're going to press pause on the video. You're going to identify from those 4 sentences, what are the common nouns, what are the proper nouns. Write them in the correct column on your piece of paper, because I'm going to reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1, and answers. Right, so let's have a look. So for the first one, there were 2 common nouns in the sentence. So the common noun for number 1 was man and television. Proper noun, Christmas. Number 2, the common noun was holiday. Proper noun was Durban. Number 3, the common noun puppy and morning. Proper noun, Skip. And number 4, the common noun is football, and the proper noun, Andrew. Right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm sure you all got it correct. Okay, moving on to the next type of noun. Okay, so now we are going to look at collective nouns. And I find collective nouns really fun because there's just so many different types of collective nouns. So what exactly is a collective noun? Okay, so a collective nouns are used to group, is to name a group of people, animals, or things. So if we talk about a collection of people, animals, or things, then we put them together in a sort of a term. Right, and we collectively have a name for those particular things. So let's have a look at some examples, which are quite fun. Right, so let's see. So we have a band of people. So here we've got people, animals, and things. So we can say a band of people, a band of men, a cast of actors, a stack of librarians, a sentence of judges, a galaxy of beauties, a bevy of girls, a choir of singers, a hack of smokers. Okay, I bet you didn't know some of those. I must say, I never knew some of those. A galaxy of beauties. Wow. Okay, animals, a colony of gulls, a brood of hens, a flight of birds, a flock of turkeys, a group of guinea pigs, a litter of cubs, a kennel of dogs, a sloth of bears. Very cool. And things, a batch of cakes, a bottle of milk, a bowl of rice, a box of cereal, a can of soda, a carton of milk, and a cup of tea. Right, so those are really cool. And what's nice about collective nouns, and I remember, boys and girls, I didn't make up these collective nouns. These collective nouns are standard in the English language throughout the world. And so there are so many. You see some more commonly than others, but there are so many collective nouns. So for the activity that you are going to do, I want to see if you can complete the sentence by adding the correct collective noun. So what do you think it's going to be if I say a what of keys? Okay, again, write this down on your piece of paper because I'll reveal the answers in the next slide. Number 2, a what of books? Number 3, a what of singers? We have seen that one. Number 4, a what of bees? So if you have to think of a word to collectively group keys, books, singers, and bees, what would you use? You ready to see if you're right? Okay, let's have a look. Right, so we would say a bunch of keys, okay, a library of books, a choir of singers, and a swarm of bees. I'm sure you've heard swarm of bees before, and I'm sure you've heard a bunch of keys. We commonly say that in our everyday language. All right. And lastly, the last type of noun that we are going to look at today are our abstract nouns. Okay, so an abstract noun is a name of a feeling or emotion. You can't physically touch it, and so that's why we say it is an abstract noun. So for example, now there are many different types of abstract nouns, and if you just have a look over here, if I say ability, adoration, advantage, adventure, amazement, anger, annoyance, anxiety, so these are just some common abstract nouns. You can see they're in alphabetical order. If you want to pause the video and have a look at all of them, if I read through all of them, there is quite a few and it's going to take me a while. If I have to quickly glance, and I'm going to ask you the same question, what abstract noun would you use to describe you right now? Okay, what would I use? I would use... Right now, I think I would use the word compassion. There is what I would describe me. I've got a lot of compassion. When you've got compassion for others, I know that there are people that are going through both hard times and good times in their life. And I think a quality that describes me is that I am very compassionate. So yes, there's that. And then I think I also have happiness. That would also describe me right now. I like to see the positives in life and every day. And so I am happy right now. I am in a very good mood. I'm in a happy mood. And so that's what I would describe me right now. So how are you feeling? What abstract noun would you use to describe you right now? Okay, so now let's do an activity. So for this activity, you are going to test if something is an abstract noun. Now, in order to test if something is an abstract noun, you have to see if it fits in a phrase. So for example, if I say the what of the man, always say, put a word in its place, substitute it in and see, does it fit? Does it make sense? So for example, if you plug in some of these words, the happiness of the man, does it make sense? Yes. The strength of the man? Yes. The speed of the man? Yes. Okay, so always put it in place and see if it actually makes sense. All right. So now in these next 4 sentences that you see in front of you, I would like you to identify the abstract noun in the sentences below. So again, on your piece of paper, number your sentences 1 to 4 and just write the word that you see. So number 1 says, I respected the honesty my friend showed. Number 2, can you believe that woman's brilliance? Number 3, to my delight, everyone arrived on time. And number 4, she was in great despair when she lost her phone. Okay. All right, so for questions 1 to 4, just write the abstract noun next to your number. And I'm going to reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Okay, so for the first one, I respected the honesty my friend showed. The word honesty is an abstract noun. Number 2, can you believe that woman's brilliance? The word brilliance is an abstract noun. Number 3, to my delight, everyone arrived on time. The word delight is an abstract noun. And number 4, she was in great despair when she lost her phone. Right, so the word despair is the abstract noun over there. Right, and so grade 5s, I hope that that was a lovely refresher lesson for all of you. I hope that you got all the activities correct and that you are now fully confident and able to describe and explain what exactly a common noun, an abstract noun, a proper noun, and a collective noun is. That is the end for this. That is the end of our lesson today. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. From me, Miss Kun, Hakuna Matata, and remember, be kind to each other. Bye.